Bernadette, back with my camera all janky again. And light coming in my eyes from a window. How are y'all today? Whoop whoop. Who's with me? Who is with me today? Hey, Pearl. What is a costume? What is going on here? I'm looking at the chat. Aroo! Hey y'all! Hey! Welcome! Y'all, with this light in my face, hold on, I'll be back. I'll be back. Hold please. I'm back. Ta-da! Sorry for the wait. Who knew the light was gonna come in like that? Good gravy. Hey Teapot. Hey y'all, so let's go ahead and get started. We got a lot to do today, and many thanks to Teapot, dear friend, dear sister, and amazing moderator. She keeps us all straight. I also, please y'all, I got a whole bunch of Facebook messages and emails and whatnot last week. I promise it is not me or my people in the chat when people are like, oh, I'm drawn to you, text me for a free reading or inbox me for a free reading. I am cheesy, but I'm not that cheesy, and I'm never going to approach you to do that. So just be aware of the scammers. Hey, from London. All right, all over the place. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so here's how my readings work. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you will consider subscribing and hitting the notifications bell so that y'all, it's such a blessing when you do that. It's very helpful to me. It's very helpful to my cause, which is, if you're new here, everything I do is to help the animals. The more my business can grow, the more that I can get the word out there about spirit, totem, and power animals, and just working with animals from a deeper soul connection, that kind of thing. It just helps all the animals all over the world. And so, Puerto Rico! Yay! Oh, and happy Cinco de Mayo, y'all. You don't even know how badly I want to be sitting here with a burr in my hand. Well, actually a beer in a cooler. A cooler right beside me. So, yes, and hit the like button. Thank you, Mary Margaret. And y'all, I'm so close to 10,000 subs. Please, once I hit 10,000 subs, I have all kinds of stuff that I can do on YouTube. They don't open those options to you until you hit 10,000 subs. So help us out. Share, and share alike. And so here is how my readings work. If you're new, and if you're a longtime subscriber, y'all, I love you so much. You don't even know. And today of all days, I am so grateful. I'm going to jump into the readings in 2 seconds. But for those of you that pledged my Kickstarter, which most of you that are my longtime subscribers did, y'all, I hope you got the update today. We've had to do reprints. It's unbelievable. My book got censored in China. And like most publishers, I have to publish in China because their prices, I want to buy American, I just can't, and make anything even remotely affordable for y'all. So apparently they've really cracked down on the censorship over there, and I had to go back in the book and remove every instance of the word Tibet and any content that had anything to do with it. So that put us behind again. Yay! And then of course there are now shipping delays because there's a lockdown, a COVID lockdown anyway. So now I'm delayed once again, but I swanny as soon as the Chinese government says, yes, she's good to go, and I know that they will. I've been assured of that. Then we're off to the races. So, all right. So here we go. Hey Mark, and hey everybody. So many people coming on at once, and let me just tell you how my readings work. I want to read for everybody. I truly do. Hundreds and hundreds of people come on all these lives that I do, and I just can't get to everybody in an hour and a half, but I desperately want to. So what I try to do is, Tori, my volume, is that better? Can y'all hear me better now? Somebody asked, hey, Classic Tune on Twitch. Yes, it is. It's about spirit animals. And just so you know, Classic Tune, You can't see me in the Twitch chat. You don't see all the chat that's coming from all of my Facebook pages and YouTube and all of that. So if you talk to me, it may look to you like you're the only one talking to me, but there's not. There's hundreds of other people. So please don't be offended if I don't get to you right away. But I do try to go, oh, good. Sorry, y'all. Okay, sorry. Next time just tell me and I'll turn it up. Okay, yay! Oh, good. Okay. So, I try to stay in order, but the chat moves really fast and I can't for some reason go back in the chat. So, if I don't get to you, I'm not ignoring you. You didn't have a bad question. It's none of that. It's just that there are lots of people. I want to try to get to everybody, and I'm working on it. It's very it's more beneficial to you if you'll ask a specific question rather than just saying, what is the universe trying to tell me? That way you get what you want answered. And or if I'm drawn to a question like that, like what is the universe trying to tell me, I set the specific intention for you that the universe is going to send through me what is most important for you at this time. So just so you know what intention I'm setting for you. Sometimes I read just as, just psychically, because that's really where I got my start. And then other times I will pull from my own deck, the Arc Animal. If you guys are not familiar with my deck, it's the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. It is based on the Rider-Waite Tarot, but every card has an animal that is associated with it. And there you go. I do not answer yes or no questions because it's never as simple as yes or no. And as much as I want to, I cannot answer any medically related questions. So please don't ask them. I want to answer them for you, but I just can't take the risk of doing so. And so I don't. And God forbid I would be wrong, because no psychic is 100% accurate 100% of the time, no matter how much we want to be. And believe me, I want to be. Okay, so also if you're new here, thank you, Mary Margaret. Yes, hit the like button. Yeah. Oh my God, my wow pack is so good to me, helping me market. But yes, that is, oh my God, Mary Margaret, I'm going to call you Mary Market Spooner. That's what I'm going to call you now, Mary Market Spooner. So, welcome new folks, and to my longtime subscribers. I love it. I love you. There we go. And I do just want to start off the day with just a card for everybody. So I'm setting the best intention for the best spirit animal and best card to come out for you all. Okay, so this card has now popped out twice. Oh, I read your William Rose, you're a scammer. Goodbye. Okay, y'all, there's a William Rose. I'm drawn to your username, inbox me if you're reading. I just banned him on Facebook, but I didn't get a chance to ban him here. There he is again. Okay, great. He's blocked. Y'all don't answer William Rose. Scam. Anyway, this is a tough card to pull for the collective. I would have hoped for something a lot more inspirational, but y'all, Black Swan, the Nine of Swords. Okay, so what that tells me is a whole bunch of y'all out there are going through some kind of like mental anguish. You're like worrying about stuff that doesn't need to be worried about. It's just this self-created worry, but there's no reason for you to be worried, because if you'll just flip the script, it will, hey Tori, I've got my volume turned all the way up, so maybe you could try to turn up volume on your end, but I do have my volume turned all the way up. And so that said, what I would really tell you, if you're in that space, or I feel like a lot of you out there are in the healing lane. If you are a healer, and that can mean anything from Reiki to acupuncture, to massage, to being a nurse, to being a reflexologist, to being a physical therapist. It could mean anything, psychiatry, counseling, anything like that where you're in a healing lane. I just feel like a whole bunch of you are in that lane that are watching me now. And so that you might be the Black Swan and the Nine of Swords may be for you because you're in the process of helping someone. And so, yeah, here's the thing. Um, oh, you like the earrings, Keith? Yeah, they're my bear earrings that match my bracelet. I'm all matchy today. I just needed all kind of bear energy up in here. So here's the thing. Yeah, you could be doing angel healing. You could be doing spiritual healing, all of that. Okay, so yeah, there you go. There you have it. Okay, yeah, a whole bunch of you healing. So what that means is the people that you're working with, or if this is for you, you know, mental anguish is what we make it. Now, that trauma is real, right? It is a real thing. But at any moment, you can change the way your brain is functioning. And what that means is this. There's neuroplasticity in your brain. So when we suffer trauma, it literally rewires our brain. Literally. Just like the magical steps in Harry Potter, our brain just goes beep, bloop, 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 bloop. And so you can rewire it by healing that trauma and moving that trauma out of your body, because trauma seats in the body. And there's just something, I feel like oh, what? Kimberly, it's what? It's Mental Awareness Month? Mental Health Awareness Month this month? See? See, this is why I don't question the animal allies. I didn't know it was Mental Health Awareness Month, but apparently the spirit animals did because they're talking about it, right? Okay, there you go. So, who is it that just said this? Hold on. Oh my God, see, this is what I'm talking about. Somebody here wrote, struggling to heal myself right now. Oh, here we go. Christina Stone, I'm not picking on you. You know me. We know each other. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And yeah. And you've written, struggling to heal myself, not others, struggling. You've got struggling written in there twice. Are you sure that you're struggling? Do you want to be struggling? What if you're actually not struggling? What if, even if you make that much progress in a day, it's still progress, right? So by changing the rhetoric, like I'm working with someone who I just admire and I just love this person. And they've had a tough time historically, they've had a tough time with their website. And little known fact about Bernadette, I do all of my own website work. I build my websites. I do all of the search engine optimization on them, the content, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I'm helping her out and we're turning her frown upside down, but she keeps reiterating how frustrated she is and how much money she lost and how much time she lost. And I get all that. But by flipping that script, right? Just like struggling, oh my gosh, Candace Wade, you are so right. Generational trauma. Yes. All the traumas, right? All the trauma. Let's refer to Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. I live for Harry Potter. Harry Potter is real, just so you know. Okay, so that kind of thing being said, it's like we have to stop ourselves. Like for those of you who don't know, I have autoimmune issues. And I am moving to move them out of my space, right? That's it. I'm healing them. And to that end, I hard turkey cut sugar last week, gluten and anything white flour. 15 pounds I've dropped in 6 days. 15 in 6 days. It's the inflammation, it's the water, it's the this, it's the that. And yes, of course, I have more energy in this and that, but every time I wanted to reach for a dang donut or chocolate ice cream or whatever, I had to self-adjust, right? I had to self-check. And it's easy. It's not easy, right? Because, you're thinking one cookie. What's one cookie going to hurt? Well, it does. So even one word. Oh, okay. Lalisha Rosalind. All right, you guys. Lalisha Rosalind is a scammer. That's none of my people. Nobody's drawn to your username. They're just going to give you a free reading. Okay. So all that being said, if you are working with somebody with mental health, if you are working with yourself or both or whatever, thank you, Tyrion. I really appreciate that. Yeah, right. And so all of that being said, just take a look, and Black Swan will mean for you. Black is always associated with the color of death, and that's a shame because that's not always the case. And black swans are generally associated in folklore with couples who wanted babies, but they really weren't very good people. So the black swans would bring them babies that um, babies that weren't healthy. Let's just put it that way. And so it is. Zoe Fitzpatrick, you are so right. I'm gonna answer that in just a second. You are so right, and that is actually scientifically proven. Zoe wrote, "Oh man, seems like everyone with our type of power has autoimmune," and that is true. And I'll tell you a story in just a second. Short story, and then we'll jump right into the readings. But anyway, all of that being said, Black Swan can always a spirit animal can be any color you want it. So if you decide you want a pink swan with purple polka dots, that can be whatever you want. But don't let the black swan freak you out. Just it's like when people there are cultures that think owls portend death or destruction. That's not true. It can be true, but it's not generally true. And so, um, all of that being said, let me speak to this, and there we go. So Zoe said, people with, that do the metaphysical work tend to have autoimmune, and my theory on that is it's because we don't know yet. The human body is not designed yet to handle all of the electricity that comes through our bodies, because that's what we're receiving is electricity when we go out into the ethers and we swim around and we get these messages and we call it into us when we channel, when we heal, when we do all kinds of stuff, right? And so I took a workshop with Julia Lort. I can't think of her. Julia Mossbridge of the Mossbridge Institute about 2 years ago. And they did a test on 100 certified mediums and found that 73% of the mediums tested, which means 73 out of 100 mediums, have an autoimmune, and not like RA, not like arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, like something more elevated, like a lupus or things like that, muscle kinds of things. So there you go. All right. So here we go. We're going to get started. And again, welcome to everybody. Let me back up as far as I can in the questions. Aw, Candace Wade, your dad was called Bear. Well, everybody calls me Mama Bear, and so many people called me it for so long. I was like, okay, I'm not Bernadette anymore. I'm Mama Bear. It works for me. Okay. Oh man, I was going to show, maybe later I'll run into my kitchen and get it. One of my sisters gave me a sign about when Mama Bear is angry. It's pretty funny. Okay, so there you go, Tira, and I gave you the science. Okay. Okay. Questions. I am looking for questions. Okay. Lord, no, you can't make this stuff up. Okay, Melissa Meow. I'm gonna call you Melissa Meow. Normally I don't answer questions like this. Like you're like, I don't know what to ask, but I'm setting the intention for the universe to tell me what's in your, what really you need to hear at the moment, what would be most beneficial for you. And I keep hearing the word motivation. And I feel like, ooh, Walter Zyla, you've been kind of a smartass the whole time, which is fine unless you get hinky. But I will tell you, Belgian Malinois are the most amazing animals. But anyway, back to the gal who didn't know what to ask. I think you're having some challenges with motivation right now, and you've got to find it. Whatever you need to do for yourself to be motivated, you have got to absolutely positively get going, because there's something really awesome coming up for you. And that's interesting because Caterpillar, which is the Four of Pentacles, which is, you know, there's a bit of a scarcity consciousness with it. The traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck has got that old boy sitting there hugging a pentacle and his feet on the pentacles, and you know, he's like, oh, mine, 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 all mine. But it is there's so much abundance, never ending, limitless abundance. It's almost like you don't want to get started because you're not sure that you're going to be able to be profitable or abundant, or it's logical, or it's right. But you're the perfect pair for that, because the sugar glider also came out for you. And look at that little kissy huggy faces, ooh, the little sugar gliders. And that's about taking a leap of faith, almost like the Fool, right? When the Fool card, that fella's about to step off the cliff and you're like, no! But when he steps off the cliff, there's going to be a bridge there to catch him. And he's just going to cross that little bridge, and he's going to do what he wants and have what he wants. And it is, that's coming for you. So this is not a leap of faith like blind faith, but you'll know real faith when it's real faith, because it will seep in your body like everything else does. So I really hope that's helpful, young lady that didn't know what to ask. And now you know. You got to get motivated. Okay. Maggie May, will you buy the house you're currently living in? Psychically, I'm getting no. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but I feel like there's something not good for you about that house. I don't know if it's financial. I don't know if it's that it's just not. I just feel like there's something inherently wrong, maybe with the plumbing or the foundation of the house or something. Now, if you end up being okay with that and a repair that it has to be or whatever, that's cool. But if you are not okay with that and it's something that you don't know about yet, the other thing I get is if you do turn that around and you do decide, I still want the house, I'll work through it, we'll work it out, there's something non-traditional about your financing that makes me giggle, because it's really smart financing. It's just not traditional, whatever that means. But so you don't know about the thing that's inherently wrong with the house, but you do know about the non-traditional financing, and that will go your way very, very well if you decide. You may take a look at this thing that's wrong with the house and be like, oh, Lord. So I hope that's helpful. And I know it's not what you wanted to hear. Okay. So, okay, Kim McMullen. How can I use my gift of manifesting to heal and provide for what my family means? Okay, so the first thing that you can do is stop thinking of it as a gift. And I tell this to all of my psychic development students, that when we think of, well, we have different powers than other people do, or we have a gift that other people don't do, it sets up in our mind two things. For some people, it sets up a, special. Look at me, I'm special. Now, it may not set that way with you, but it does set that way with some people. And they walk around thinking, you know, they're special. And they might be special, but not in that way. Or it sets up a, oh my gosh, am I as gifted as I need to be? What if I wake up one day and the gift is gone? I mean, it just sets up so much uncertainty, FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Or it sets up egomaniacal nonsense that scientifically, at the end of the day, every living thing is proven to be psychic. Every living thing. Trees, plants, all animals. Y'all, I can be anywhere in my house or out in my yard, and I can in my head call my cats, and they will come to me within seconds. That's it. They will come to me within seconds, because I communicate with the animals how they communicate. And I mean, I believe in the magic of animals, but I will tell you that I have never heard one of them turn around and actually call me mama or mama bear or Bernadette or anything like that. They meow, right? Okay. So all of that being said, The way that I would also look at manifestation is that you are not manifesting in the traditional way that manifesting is taught. You're simply choosing, because everything is a choice, and the universe responds directly to the energy that you put out there. Specific communication yields specific results. And what that means is we can oftentimes think of manifestation as magic or some kind of great hoop-de-roop-de-doop-de-doo we have to go through, some kind of initiation. It's not. It's as simple as going, yeah, I'm choosing to do this. And I expect everyone and everything in my sphere to fall in line. And when you say it like that and you command instead of demand, it's the same as when you're like to your kids, don't make me tell you again, don't make me tell you again, okay, if I have to tell you again, if I have to tell you again, come on now, you've got three and the next thing you know, you got what you got, right? But when that time comes and you turn around to that kid and you say, I'm not telling you again. See that energy that I just sent? I didn't look mean, I didn't look big and overbearing and scary, but the look in my eye said, I'm not playing. And that kid said, dope. So I'm not suggesting the universe is a child. All I'm suggesting is when you're serious, really serious in your body, the universe will respond to that. And that you can do that like overnight. Y'all, the synchronicities, especially in this time that's going on right now, because with all of the unrest financially, with wars, with everything else, and please no talk of politics or wars or anything like that on my channel. It'll get you banned the first time. It'll get you banned. So don't do it. I will tell you that the fear, uncertainty, and doubt is very high. And what that's done is trigger the light workers into really amping up their game of wanting to help and wanting to heal and wanting to, do all of your metaphysical, spiritual work. And the darkness has, please, that's like taking I don't even know. That's like taking a blow, one of those things that a straw that you put spitballs in. That's like taking that to a gunfight or something. And no conversations about guns, please. I'm from the South. It's just a saying we have here in the South. So all of that being said, the darkness has no hold over the light, and it won't take very long till all of this is turned around. But all that being said, everything has amped up because the universe is moving to help all of us do all of our light work in a much faster and bigger way, because it's what's needed now. So if you just set your mind, there you go. Sarah, my condolences to you. Sarah Smith, or Smith Sarah, reads, my baby died as he neared me. You don't need a psychic for that, honey. I'm telling you straight up. Yes, he is. I've been doing this for 35 years. I've done over 65,000 readings, 65,000 readings. And I have never, ever, ever, ever seen, felt, heard of an instance where children did not stay near to their parents, ever. Even in some of the cases where the parent was not such a great parent, which of course you are. So there you have it. You don't need a psychic, but we all are sending love to you. And woof, that's tough. Okay. All right. Hurricane Tortilla Moonshine. Now I really am drawn to that name. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so blown away by your name. I've totally lost what you asked. Wait, hold on. Oh, Lord. Oh, you keep seeing red cardinals. Yes. Red cardinals generally to the public mean that people who crossed over are visiting you. And I will tell you that one of the ways to know who it is a couple years ago, I had a friend that was looking for a sign from her mom. And I hadn't seen a red cardinal in my yard ever before, which is weird because I live in Florida and there's woods all around me. And so I walked out in my front yard and there was the biggest, fattest cardinal I ever saw in my life sitting on my wooden fence just looking at me. And so I looked back and I slowly walked toward this cardinal, and the cardinal kept looking at me. And I said, are you so-and-so's mom? And that cardinal just sat there and did its head this way and I walked up further, y'all, I got about that close to that cardinal, that close. I didn't move. I was very slow. I didn't make any gestures or sudden movements. But do you know how unusual that is for a bird to stick around like that? I mean, you know, they're not known for their bravery unless they're one of the you know, birds of prey, and even they're pretty skittish. They want to stay away from humans, and rightly so. But that's how you can know. If you just ask the bird will show a way to tell you who, the cardinal will find a way to show you who they are, if that makes sense. I hope that's helpful. Oh, goodness. Okay. Hey, y'all, I just want to thank Teapot again. She shows up here no matter what, and I really appreciate that, because everybody's got stuff they go through, and she's such a doll baby. Okay. All right. So for everyone who's asking if so and so is with them, yes, they are. Yes, they are. You don't need a psychic to tell you that. Okay. Tori, yes, I can literally hear spirit guides like an audible voice, because they are an audible voice. For those that have been watching a long time, or following me for a while, you will you will undoubtedly have seen me go like that and look to the side or look to the side or look up, because somebody screeched in my ear. One time it was a herd of buffalo, no joke. There was a big buffalo breathing on the back of my neck with all of his hot breath and his snot. They smell. I love me some buffalo, and it's really the American bison. I love them. They're one of my biggest totems. But they're stinky, y'all. And they're not the smartest animals on this earth. But anyway, so yes, I can. But everyone can. Okay, so that question is, all right. Okay, Virginia, telling you what your spirit animal is a little, it takes more time than I have in these. But if your current job is going to work out, and what I'm being told is Virginia Robinson Walling. I don't know that you know what workout means for you. Is it going to work out? What does that mean? Are you asking, are you going to be there long term? Are you asking, are you going to make enough money? Or what really are you asking? But here's what I have immediately coming to me, and I'm going to draw a card for you, but here's what I'm going to say to that. I just feel like the money is not right for you, and I feel like you are a person. Okay, y'all cardinal people, I was shuffling the deck and literally that just came topping out of there. So there we go. For all of y'all that are asking about your loved ones, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! This is why I love my job! Y'all, there's so many of you all asking if so-and-so is with you, is so-and-so with you, is so-and-so by you. And what did I just say? If you'll just ask the cardinal will tell you yes. And the cardinal just popped. Oh, I have goosebumps. I have humongous goosebumps. Cardinal just popped out of the deck for y'all. So whoever is going to ask through this reading today, yes, cardinal is here for you, and it is your ancestor, your whoever, your lover, your person, your people, and that includes your fur babies, right? Or your scale babies, or whatever they are. Okay. Sorry, I got sidetracked. That was crazy. So back to the job person who had 3 names. Let me just tell y'all, when I am in super spidey sense psychic realm, I have a very hard time remembering names anyway, but it's completely obliterated when I'm in reading zone, even if it's somebody I've known a long time. So I just want to tell you, gal that asked about the job, you got the 9 of Pentacles that's come up about a job. I just don't know that that's your job. Now, the 9 of Pentacles traditionally is just this beautiful independent businesswoman. She's standing there in this fine robe. She's got a falcon on her hand. And it speaks of independence, of good business decisions, of wealth, of everything you've ever wanted. Okay. And so I will tell you that you are you have not stepped forward yet to be more proactive or aggressive or whatever word you want to use to making that money fit you. You're almost like, well, I know I have to start at the bottom and work my way up. No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm being told that you have enough knowledge and experience that you're going to be very valuable to them, but they shysted you on the money. So there you go. I hope that's helpful. So only you can rectify that. But I would tell you, oh, thank you, Morgan. You like my glasses. Thank you. It took me forever to pick them out. I just don't, glasses are just really not my thing. I'm not really a good assessor of what looks good on me and what doesn't. But anyway, so gal with the 3 names, White Peacock, and 9 of Pentacles. I would look them up and I would read everything about them, and that's going to help you in this new job. Okay. Kimberly. Oh, Kimberly. Aw. So Kimberly, if you're just tuning in today, let me just tell you that a few minutes ago, Red Cardinal came out for everybody who's missing somebody who's crossed over, again, including fur babies. And so she has come to you today in the form of a Red Cardinal. But also, Stephine Tipton, yes. Hold on, I'm going to get to you, Stephine, about what animals should you be working with. But yes, you should be confident in the way things are going. But getting back to you about your baby Jinx. I feel like maybe in the last month or couple months, Kimberly yeah. Okay. I feel like you've almost made some missteps in whatever. I mean, that could be really honestly as simple as you went to walk off a curb and your ankle twisted, or you went to walk off a curb and went, oh, there's a car coming. But it could be more metaphorical than that. It could be like choices, really any kind of choices. And for no reason, you've stopped yourself, or you felt like something was stopping you. And I feel like your baby Jinx is orchestrating that. That's how Jinx is coming to you, which is to stop you. Well, really, as a protector. Are we talking about a dog? I mean, you didn't say that, I don't think, but I feel dog energy. May not be, but wow. Okay. In any event, whoever Jinx is, they're playing the role of your protector right now because you're not necessarily, you're not as rooted in your intuition as you normally are. So, but much light to you, and I'm sending, if it's okay, I'll send all my healing animals to you to grief sucks. There's just no other way to say it, but you got to work through it. Wasn't it, who was it? Winston Churchill said, if you're going through hell, keep going. I find that's really good advice. Okay. All right. So, y'all, what I'm trying to do is get as many readings in a session as I can. Hey, Brown Brujita. Welcome. Skylar Blue, Angie, K. Keith, Lilypod. Hey, y'all. Okay. Oh, let me go back to Stephine. It's not her name. Her name is Stephanie, but I call her Stephine. Miss Tipton. Stephine, I feel like you're going through a time where you don't think you're as... I don't think you think you're smart enough to achieve the bigger things you want to achieve, which has nothing to... Well, it does have to do with confidence, but this is very specifically focused on your intelligence. And that's nonsense. You're very smart. But your mind is a muscle, and until you utilize it and you work it and you stretch it and you bulk it up, um, it's not going to do the job for you that it could do. Now, some of us are born, you know, a little stronger in some areas, and some of us are born stronger in other areas. And so, really, you just have to trust that you are smart. Gosh, why do I keep hearing this for you? Smart enough, smart enough, smart enough. I don't know, Stephine. There's something that you really want to do, but you're like, "Ah, I could never really do that." But because I'm not smart enough, but you are. So I want you to work with the really intelligent animals, elephants, dolphins, whales. I don't know. I'm being drawn very much to bird energy for you. And ravens and crows are some of the smartest birds. I don't know why I also keep seeing eagles. I don't think you want to do anything military wise or law enforcement wise, but I just keep seeing eagles for you. I wowzers. Yeah, I'm not sure where the eagle is coming in, but I hope that's helpful. Okay. Woof. Annalie Hampton. Ooh, I'm sorry. I am. My heart goes out to you. Um, if you were on here earlier, I will tell you that Cardinal appeared for everyone. And you know, here's something I really want to tell you guys. If you don't, if nobody's hipped you to this yet, any kind of reading that you go to, like all the online, you know, a bunch of us readers do online. If I can get TikTok figured out, I'm fitting to hit TikTok too. But all that being said, when you show up, you may not be the one specifically called on, but the intention that I set, the choice that I make for the energy around me in my office, in the universe, you know, just surrounding me, is that every message is 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 helpful to a number of people, not just the person I'm talking to. So if a particular word or a particular phrase or an animal or a card goes ping 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 ping, you know that that's your answer, even if I'm not talking to you directly. And that's how the universe and the spirit animals, some of y'all call it God, some of you call it source, some of you call it all kinds of things. It is meant for you if it resonates with you. For instance, anytime somebody pulls the sun card for me, I'm like, we're done. I don't need to know anything else because that's my favorite card. And anytime I need to get to the nitty gritty, somebody around me mentions the sun, sunshine, or I hear the song, Christina and the Waves, I'm walking on sunshine, whoa! I hear it every dang time. Or something having to do with the sun. And there's a million other sun songs, but that one always comes. So all of that being said, um, you asked for the insight. So I'm going to give you the insight that I have for you and everyone else who's lost someone. It sucks. It does. And the only reason that I'm a metaphysician of many years is because my mom was killed, and it sent me into a tailspin like, oh my gosh. My family, we weren't religious, we weren't spiritual. I didn't know what to do, and she was my best friend. She was just gone. And I'm a triple Scorpio. I was like, yeah, nope. That can't be. That cannot be. It cannot be that somebody is a living thing one day and then gone. So I went looking for her and ended up at a medium's office thinking all of this was BS. What a bunch of hooey. And she told me things about my mom she couldn't possibly have known. Plus, I didn't tell her that's why I was there. And it changed my life forever. And then I took a class and that changed my life forever. And I sold my business in California and I came back and I was it. I've never looked back. So what I've come to know, well, I can't prove it to you, and I'm all about evidence, right? I'm an evidential psychic medium. But what I know that I know that I know, without being able to prove it, is that we have soul contracts. And um, as awful as it is, the soul of your baby, you, your husband, your family, you all chose to have this scenario in your life, and it could be for 1,000 different reasons. And that's a hard thing for people to hear because a lot of people interpret that as, oh my God, it's my fault. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what anyone is saying. What we're saying, what I'm saying, what people who believe like I believe are saying is that when we're on the other side, we just decide what lessons we need to learn and what growth we need to have and what, what we want to be a catalyst for. And, in the case of parents who've lost children, y'all, I know a lady who's lost 3 children. I know another lady who's lost two. Two! And, one is awful and it's not like it's a competition, but can you imagine losing all 3 of your children? I mean, unbelievable. So, that being said, the one that lost 3 was moved to start and or be no, she didn't start it, but she's super heavily involved in. Oh, and this is another thing I can tell you guys, for you parents out there. There's amazing organization, um, called, Helping Parents Heal, and their sole purpose is connecting parents who've lost children with lots of different schools of thought. And so they're the only organization I know that actively invites psychics and mediums. They invite me in to talk about spirit, totem, and power animals, and psychic things and tarot and all that kind of thing. Each group is a little bit different, but y'all could check it out. Oh, okay. So I hope that's helped. Okay, Kimberly, that's why I was getting the dog vibe, because Jinx was a dog. Okay. Um, so I'm sorry, Kim, one question per person. Um, you can Facebook me, Kim. You can Facebook me later. Oh my gosh, Axie. Axie, if you're on here, I owe you a text or an email. I am so sorry. Okay. Sodiq Adewale. We all know you're a scam. I'm blocking you. Goodbye. So Adik Adewale, is somebody named Adik Adewale, y'all, it's usually the names like that, is trying to give you nonsense. It's none of my people, I promise. Okay. On to the next question. Tina. Okay. Tina Gale, I'm so overwhelmed with so many things right now, and I'm very tempted to walk away from my current life. I'm confused and afraid it will be a mistake to take that leap. I feel so lost. Should I listen to my heart or my head? So the first thing I can tell you is just some good old-fashioned advice. Stop repeating, stop telling yourself the story of I'm overwhelmed. That's a story you're telling yourself. You might be confused for the moment, you might be afraid for the moment, but stop telling yourself that too. Because only once you get rid of the clutter are you going to be able to make the decisions you need to make. Now, having said that, let me say this. Let me see. Holy guacamole. Lord, I've already forgotten your name. I'm so sorry. But the gal that said I'm so overwhelmed, I'm so confused, I'm so scared. Should you listen to your heart or your head? That was your question. White Buffalo, Ace of Pentacles, and it's prosperity, divine gifts, and lost opportunities. If it was upside down, it would mean lost opportunities. But what this is telling me is you literally have a divine opportunity to turn everything around and be wildly successful. And what I'm hearing is if you just poof willy-nilly walk away from your current life, boy, you're gonna be untangling a shiitake mushroom storm for a while, because there are too many entanglements, too many things that would have to get set right. So you wouldn't really be walking away. And moving to a different place, moving out of that space is different than walking away. And I really am being told that's what you are being called to do, which is You have no plan for moving forward. Not one plan. But if you start focusing on your moving forward, instead of looking this way, look this way. And call in White Buffalo and the Ace of Pentacles. Listen, there are 149 cards in my deck. 78 of them are tarot cards, and the rest of them are oracle cards that are based solely on the animal. This card, because White Buffalo is so legendary in spirit totem power animal circles and shamanism, you know, even people that aren't like totally into the animal thing, they love them some buffaloes, and they're really American bison, but everybody in America calls them buffaloes, so that's why I put buffalo on my card. So that is a big deal, that buffalo bison, in particular white buffalo, because there's like this whole legendary white buffalo calf woman thing that in the Native American community. And just in terms of white animals, even though to me every color is sacred, for centuries and centuries, there's magic and there's legend and there's myth, just like the white stag, seeing an albino animal, the spirit bears up Canada way that are white, polar bears, you know, that kind of thing. Well, they're white-ish. That's a big nod to the angelic realms and the heavens. So something awesome is going to happen for you, but you've got to plan. And every step forward you take to do what is right for you, and that should be following your heart, and then have your head implement it, right? Like, let's say that you've always wanted to be a cake decorator. I don't think you have, but if you wanted to own a bakery or whatever, again, I don't think you have, I'm just using that as an example, then go take a cooking class. That doesn't mean you're going to open a bakery tomorrow, but I'll bet you have enough good time in that baking class that you can get away from your other junk for a while and see clearly. And I hope that helps. Really, I hope that helps. So for all of you that are in a place where you're like, I don't know what to do, I'm overwhelmed, I'm scared, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm not making fun of you, right? I'm not. Trust me, I've been there. Believe me, even Mama Bear once upon a time could get overwhelmed. In the past 10 years, nope. I don't allow anything to have control over me like that. If you're new here, yes, Tyrion, you can have more than one totem. Of course you can. I'm all about freedom. And the reason that I work with animal guides is animals are the ultimate examples of true freedom, when humans aren't being jerks and allow them to be who they are. That said, I just don't allow anything to have power over me, even myself. And what that means is, again, I'm a sugar addict. Again, I've got, you know, and I'm working on stopping claiming I have these autoimmunes. I'm claiming them for now so that I can work my way through them with the doctors, with myself, with whatever. But eventually I will not claim that. But I had to go, yep, I'm a sugar addict, which I've been saying for a year, and saying I'm going to cut sugar and then I'll cut it for 3 days, and I don't. But this time it's been a week. I feel great, and I know that I'm going the distance this time. There's just a feeling inside of me, I know. So it's the same kind of thing with all of you guys. Okay, I hope that's helpful. All right. Oh, see? The names. Baba Lava Lava Woo a Wolfe. You are a scammer. You are being blocked. Why do you live your life like that? I'm so sad for you. It doesn't have to be like that. Ugh. Okay. Allison Marie B. Can I help my financial? How can I help my financial situation so I can buy a house? And how long do you think that will take? Okay. I'm really bad at dates, so I just tell y'all up front. But what you can do to help your financial situation is, please don't take this the wrong way. Again, if you're new here, I will tell you that I say exactly what is told to me, word by word by word. Bernadette does not censor. Mama Bear does not censor. There's some kind of reliance that you have on others or have in the past had on others financially more than what has been helpful to you. And so I don't know if this is about actually getting a job or amping up your hours or getting a second job or making sure that you get more money in your current job. But also, oh, this is cool. So your perfect house is sitting there waiting for you. Just looking around, la 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 la, waiting for when you're ready. And that's like your carrot to be dangled in front of you, because while I don't think you're an overspender, I'm definitely being told that you could cut out things. And if you had an extra $100 or $200 a month by cutting out things, and for instance, and I'm not saying that you smoke, and if you're a smoker, please don't blow up my inbox. I'm not judging you. All I'm saying is cigarettes are what, $7 a pack now? And if you smoke a pack a day, 7 times 30 is what? That's a couple $100 a month, right? Who couldn't use an extra couple $100 a month? And is it easier said than done to stop smoking? Yes, of course it's easier said than done. Believe me, sugar. I get it. An addiction is an addiction. But there are things that you could really pare down on that would provide you more money in your bank than you think. And if I may, I keep hearing there's something about your credit. It's not horrible, but it could be better. And there are companies out there that can help you fix that legitimately. Legitimately. So you might want to check that out. Like I said, it's not bad. It's just not as great as it could be to get you the best rate and the best everything. Man, I hope that's helpful. Okay. All right, moving on. Okay. Okay. Um, Elisa Manzini. I feel like I was working on um, all I was working on spiritually collapsed inside. Could you have a word of truthful guidance? Well, you'll only ever get the truth from me, so yes, you can rely on that. And then Mike Jessica Moffat, I'm going to get to you. Um, Mike Jessica Moffat. I will forget your name in just a second, but I won't forget your circumstance. Okay. For everything that's collapsed inside, or you feel like it has, I would really encourage you to work with macaque, really any kind of monkey, gorilla, apes, any of that, because it's about community, right? There's something that you're really missing about community, and it will all build up for you so much faster and even stronger if you don't keep yourself so kind of shut in while you're working on these things. It could really be helpful. Do you know what I mean? It will really be helpful to you if you turn to community and just surround yourself with people that do love you and will care for you. And okay, y'all, I'm getting this message, right? I'm getting this message, and I believe this is for a lot of people, but it's coming through this particular message for the gal whose name I've totally forgotten already. But I feel like a number of you have had a friend or friends get crappy with you and get angry with you because they made a snap decision about something. They didn't ask you about it. They didn't say, hey, what's going on about it. They didn't anything. They just went and took their dollies and went home. Well, that's the sign of a person who's not really your friend, because people who are really your friend are not going to want to throw your friendship away. They're going to want to know what's going on. They're going to want you to explain it to them. If something you've said, or they perceive you've said, or they perceive that you've done, they'll work it out. They'll ask you about it, and you hopefully will tell them the truth. But if they just pick up their dollies and they go away, here's what that's telling you. They're not your friend. They never were. They have never thought well of you, because if they did, why would you say or do something that would hurt them or hinder their business or hinder them in any way? You wouldn't. Not consciously, you wouldn't. And if you did have to make a decision that you knew they were not going to like, hopefully you're a good enough friend that you would have told them straight up, I'm so sorry, I have to do this. Here is why. I hope this doesn't end our friendship. Can we work through it? See, those are real friends, people that don't throw away relationships. But I just feel like a whole bunch of you are going through something like this right now. Just a whole bunch of you. And so here's what I'm going to tell you about that. Move on. Those people, they have revealed their true self. Move along. And so for the gal that's asking about all that feels lost inside, I feel that might have been something that quote unquote triggered that. So there you have it. Okay. The gal whose name I'm so sorry I can't remember after her, that said, she wrote that she was afraid that her mother's death was going to trigger her, I think, bipolar, or there's manic depression. I think you cited that you'd been held hostage for 6 weeks. Okay. I am not a mental health professional in any way. I'm not a medical professional in any way at all. However, when someone asks me a question, hey Pearl, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love to you. Y'all have a good time. I think you're going on vacay for a while. So have a good time. I wish I was going to be somewhere around y'all. Okay. But I always tell folks that are in that place, I hope they're seeing a professional. That's number one. Number two, when I look at animals, animal allies that could help, I look at the really solid, stable animals. Elephants in particular. They are oxen. They are some of the most solid and steady animals that can keep you grounded, keep you strong, but also be great protectors. And there's an energy I get about you. Lordy, I'm so sorry I don't remember your name. Ooh, but I know you know who you are. You asked the question. There's something about you that tells me you are so gentle and kind when it comes to other people. Like, you can be in full-on manic depression or full-on in a bipolar episode, but if you see someone hurting and in need, all of a sudden it stops and you're helping them. Your whole attention is to them. And so when you do feel triggered, just stop and turn your attention to yourself, because you can give yourself the same loving kindness that you so graciously and freely give to other people. Man, you have a gentle spirit. Just a really, really, really gentle spirit. Anyway, honey, I hope that was helpful. I really hope that was helpful. Okay. Okay. Okay, wow. All right. Okay, Andromeda East. I'm at a crossroads. You just lost your job. I've been saving up for an apartment after my divorce, and I'm finally almost there. I've been staying at a shelter. Now I'm having health issues. I'm psychic and having premonitions. I'm being guided in the right direction. Oh, please. Oh, the chat. Please don't move, chat. I see a lot of dreams. Cardinal, he's still with me and saved my life. Is there any insight or advice you can offer me? Yes, Andromeda, I can. Andromeda, I feel from your energy, you're the kind of person that I mean, we all are to some degree, but it really takes a while for things to build up for you. But when you've had enough, you've had enough. That's it. And you just like leave scorched earth and move heaven and mountains. And I feel like you're fixing to, oh, I'm such a hick. I feel like you're fixing to hit that bump where you go, all right, I've had enough. I'm done. Blank, blank, blank this shelter, blank, blank, blank this job, blank, blank, blank. I'm moving ahead. And all of a sudden, poof, everything turns around for you. And I mean, bloop, like in the blink of an eye. Now, what I am going to do is, hey, Jasmine, I'm happy to see you too. Maui, you're in Maui. Jelly, I'm so jelly. Okay. I am pulling a card for you with an animal. Y'all saw me shuffle. I couldn't see them. That's why I turned my face. You better knock on wood, baby. Woo, ooh, 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 baby. You better knock, knock, knock on wood. Okay, what did I just tell you? You're in a self-imposed prison. You wait till things build up, and then you're like, I've had enough. You've had enough. And then you move out, and you go find that right tree where you can, make a new why do woodpeckers bore holes in trees? So they can live there, right? They are the original condo builders of the wild. And so it's coming. It's totally coming. I even wonder if you have red hair or you have had red hair in your lifetime. Your hair has been red in some lifetime. Or maybe you have like a really European thing about your complexion where your cheeks get really, really red, because I keep being drawn to this like hot red, hot pink spot on this. And I know, hot red and hot pink have to do with the root chakra, and that's going to be for you to stay grounded. But this self-imposed prison that you're in, you're not going to be there. You're not going to be there very long. And what the Eight of Swords, what that is it's the picture of a gal that's surrounded by 8 swords. So in her mind, she's in a prison, she's in a jail. She can kick those things. They're just in the sand. All she got to do is poof, knock them down. And really, honestly, that's what's fixing to happen for you. I'm so happy. Yay! Okay, cool. All right. Keith Fletcher, you are going to make the most amazing reader one day. You already are. You just don't know it yet. You're going to have just a successful reading business, and then you're going to move into healing, and you're just going to be happy the rest of your life. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life. Okay. Deborah Martinez, you're never on your own. And it won't be for the sake of your family if you're on your own. So it won't. I don't see that. I'm not sure how you see that, but I don't see that. I feel like there's a different way. I keep hearing the word guilt, 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 guilt. And so Nicole Brooks, that is so kind of you. Thank you so much. Y'all, don't do that. Don't say nice things because then I get all teary-eyed. And nobody wants a mama bear that cries. Oh, gosh, my mascara will smear. No, really, seriously, thank you so much. Okay, Lord, I've forgotten your name now. I keep hearing the word guilt, 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 guilt. I just feel like you carry a lot of guilt and shame. And while that could be easily surmised from just observationally by the words that you used, I think this goes deeper than that. I think that when I say I think, I'm not passing judgment. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm hearing what's coming to me, and I'm telling you that, right? Okay, and so all of that said, you've just decided you're damaged goods. Like, well, this is where I'm at, and this is who I am for the rest of my life. Not true. Patently untrue. Quit it. Because that's not true. And everybody's made mistakes, and everybody's made horrible decisions in their own way. Now, does that mean you murdered somebody or held somebody captive or, that kind of thing? I don't know. You might have. Y'all, I get people of all kinds to my channel and that write me. And guilt and shame they're like fear. They will hold you in a prison forever. You will limit your life forever. You will limit yourself. Don't. There's no reason for that. Forgiveness is a thing. It's a real thing. There's a book that called The Miracle of Forgiveness that I highly recommend to everybody. It's hard to read. It's a little difficult to get through. But if you jive with it, if you resonate with the material in it, it will change your life in, oh my goodness. And again, forgiveness is for everybody. And perhaps that's where you could start, because your family is not better off for you being on your own, whatever that means. But you're also never on your own. Nobody's ever on their own. They always have their people on the other side. There's always somebody who loves you, who cares about you, even if it's you. And for people who've come to the point where they don't love and care about themselves, that's a problem. And at your core, that's not true. No spirit is truly like that, and your soul is perfect. So it's for sure not like that. But we can, in this construct, in this human fake construct, we can think that, or we can even think that we feel that, but it's not true. So, okay. I hope that's helpful. Hey, Tina. Oh, there you go. That's why they call it being psychic. And see, that's why my spirit animal cards work. Y'all, you'll notice I don't hawk my stuff very often, but Tina Gale, that was her name. And White Buffalo came out for her. And if you didn't see it in the chat, she is part Cherokee and part something, and she's obsessed with white animals. So please pick up your copy of the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck, please. If you resonate with tarot at all, I'm telling you now, if you also love animals, you will never have more accurate readings, more insightful, more in-depth, more on point readings in your life than animal decks, in particular mine. And the other, if you don't want a tarot deck, the other one I can recommend is a straight up Oracle deck, and it's called The Secret Language of Animals, by a guy named Chip Richardson. It's my second favorite deck. I mean, well, it's my favorite deck along with mine. It's very different. The animals are painted, whereas mine has real animals, that kind of thing. But I'm telling you straight up now, this is why I love the Animal Allies, and this is why I love reading. I'm so grateful. Oh, you know what? I never finished that gift thing. Yes, I did. I finished that. Okay. So, Rosalina Rocho, I don't know if your question just keeps looping back to me or if you've typed it in 1,000 times. When will Gabrielle confess his love for me? Will Gabrielle confess his love for me? If you keep pushing him, he's gonna, because you keep pushing him. You keep pushing him. And one day he's going to tell you what you want to hear, but it won't be true. So when I don't do well with wins, but I do well with what's, and I'm telling you, you're going to get something you don't want to get. So just stop pushing him. Just stop pushing him, because no good is going to come of that. I'm telling you now. This is a guy that does not like confrontation, and if he will either lie to you or he'll straight walk out. So there you have it. Okay. P, yes, you may ask a question. I cannot promise to get to it, but I promise to look for it. For those of you that are asking health questions, I want to answer you. I do, but I hope you'll understand that it is so potentially litigious. I do not choose to do those kinds of readings, but there are people who do because they hold a medical degree, and they're medical mediums, medical psychics, that kind of thing, and I would suggest you find them if your health is really that important to you. I want to help you, and I beg your forgiveness. I don't choose to. I just don't choose to. But I wanna. Okay. Era, Erica Manalakos, I'm killing your last name. Erica Manalakos. Okay. You did the right thing. I am hearing that you did it too soon, so you are untangling some things that would have been better left if you had let them play out over time rather than just pulling the trigger. But it's okay. It's all going to shake out. You'll look back on this time and you'll learn. Um, I think you're actually a pretty patient person. Oh, here's what you're not. You know, there's a difference in being manipulative and being a good planner or a future seer. And what that means is when you're looking at a situation you know has the potential to blow up from the flow up, and you know how the other participants or players in the stage play are going to act and react, it's better for you to work around what you know they would do or not do in certain situations, or work with them in the ways that you know are going to be most helpful to your cause, which could sound like a veiled way of saying I'm telling you to become a good manipulator. I'm not. That's just being a smart person. That's being a wise sage. Why would I blow things up? Why would I make things harder for myself when all it takes is to XYZ? Case in point, I know y'all work with people you don't like. I know you do. Let's say that you work with a narcissist. You know they're a narcissist. You know the things that are going to trigger them positively and the things that are going to set them off. Without lying to someone, you can stroke all the ego they need stroking without lying to them. And that way, you can live in your own integrity and feel good about what you're telling them and not have your life go to hell in a handbasket. That's what I mean. You got to learn how to do that. Well, you don't got to do anything. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it that way. It'd be helpful if you'd consider doing it that way. Okay. Erica, I answered your question. I hope that was helpful. Barbara, is it Zujak? Zujak? Barbara, CZUJAK, I hope you're still here. Um, Here's what I'm going to tell you about this. Yes, your hope for the future is going to come to fruition. No, you are not served best in going in a different direction at all. Like, I feel so strongly about that. However, there's a caveat to that. So it's yes, but, and here's what I'm going to tell you. The way it's been told to me, we don't wish, we don't hope, we don't dream. Why can't I remember this fourth word? We don't want, we choose. We don't wish, we don't want, we don't hope, we don't dream, we choose. And what that means is this. Wanting something and choosing something are very different. I want a big fat slice of chocolate cake with cappuccino buttercream. That's really what I want in my life right now. I am choosing not to have that. I dream of a day that I can take off this 70 pounds I've put on in a year from all the medications, I'm not supposed to move and strain my muscles because of the muscle myopathy, blah, 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 blah. Boy, I wish I could curse on this channel. Bump, like we used to say in the 80s, bump that. That's it. I am choosing for my body to act and react a certain way. It will not defy me. It is mine to do with what I want. And I have to make the choice not to do X, Y, and Z. I am a triple Scorpio. Y'all have got to know, as spiritual as I might appear to be, believe me, there are times that I want to turn around and I want to just vomit all over somebody and rip them to shreds. And probably, even if it's rightly so, it's never rightly so. It is the rare, 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 rare time that I say what's really in my triple Scorpio mind when I'm angry. So that's a choice. When we hope, when we dream, when we wish, what we're really saying is, well, I don't know, it might happen. It forces outside of me. Hey, Don, I never blocked your computer. Um, I never blocked you. You know that. Um, what you're saying is you're leaving it up to the forces outside of yourself. You're leaving it up to what is meant to be will be. Ooh, I cannot stand that phrase. That's not true. It's not true. It's not. You can prove it to yourself. I can prove it to you, people. Other people can prove it to you. You just, bye, Janet. I'm so glad you were here. You just choose. That's it. That's it. So yes, you're gonna get your choice. But over and above that, I really do feel like you're in such the right direction, like so perfect for you. And I want to go, after all this time, thank goodness. That's what I want. That's the emotional thing that's being said to me. So I hope that that is helpful to you. Let me look at my, oh, Lorty. Okay. So astrology, astrology guy, astrology, it's a fun play on astrology guy, but it's astrologuy, astrologuy, that's it. Ask could I show some of the cards? Oh, well, it'd be better if they weren't upside down. But you can always go to my website, whatismyspiritanimal.com, and there are all kinds of samples there where you can pick up the deck. But there's all kind of animals in here, y'all, that people don't expect, like they never would have thought of, because most people always want to stick with what I call the sexy spirit animals: tigers and lions and bears. Oh my, eagles, hawks, owls, ravens. They don't think of butterflies. They love that kind of stuff. They don't think that a diving beetle could be a really strong, thing. Yeah, of course there's snakes, but and lizards, but salamanders have a different vibe than geckos, than chameleons. And what's one of the more unusual animals? Oh, people are always confused. Let me think. Well, there's a lot of unusual animals in there. Oh, I've got I've got one of my favorites is a silkworm in the moms and babies portion of the deck, and it's a silkworm climbing up one of its own eggs, and they're like, "What?" But if you know that the silkworm only eats from two trees and one of them is called the tree of life, then you'll know. And if you know the history of silk, or how they breed, how they did, you'll know. That's why. Okay, there we go. All right, let me jump back in here. I don't know what somebody finally said, astrologer guy, but all right. I literally have time for one more question. Hold on. Thank you, Renee. That is very kind of you. Thank you for the donation. Oh, and for y'all that don't know, 50% of whatever I make on my YouTube channel goes to benefit all of the animal charities that I support, which you can. Oh, I haven't put that list on my site yet, but it's all animal. Any the animal places that I support specifically fight against cruelty and suffering of animals. So like the Soy Dog Foundation, Gentle Carousel, they fight against cruelty and they fight against the suffering to humans. Mystic Jungle, Single Vision here. Both of them are here in the state. Animal Place, which takes care of farm animals. Animals Asia, which fights against biofarming. The deck I'm using is my deck. It's the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck, Gina. There you go. All right, and one more question. All right, let me find. The snoring. I know. Mary Marketing Spooner. I know. For y'all that are like, what is that noise? It's my big fat chihuahua in the back of me. She just goes like this when I start reading. It's like she's in a coma or something. Okay. Hops is singing. Okay, let me get on down here. You guys, thank you so much for coming today. I am just so grateful to you all for showing up. I really hope this is helpful. And I just, man, I wish I could read for every single body. I just, woo. Soleil Vineleveux. Wow, this is French, and my French is limited to soup du jour and French fry and croissant, literally. But it's Soleil Villeneuve. You know who you are. Been living with my partner for 8 years. Is it time to tie the knot? I'm a Sagittarius, and I don't know if this affects my decision to settle down yet. Honey, anytime I start something out with honey, because I'm a Southerner, I'm just going to tell you straight up, you don't. Aw, that's cool. And Kusti, your dog is sleeping calmly. That's nice. I'm glad. Honey, you don't need a psychic reading on that. 8 years and y'all, nobody's put a ring on it? Nobody wants to get married. Nope. Nobody wants to get married. 8 years? No. Thank you, Adriana. That is very kind of you. Thank you for the donation, Adriana. Yeah, no, I don't see it. It's not that it will go badly. I just don't see it going anywhere. Like, meh. So, I don't. Sorry. I just don't. But that's advice. Psychically, what I'm picking up, you with the 8-year relationship and still not married, with the Soleil, right? Not souffle, but Soleil. Okay, yeah. I'm not making a joke. It's just I have to remember it in my mind. There's something I don't like about the financial arrangement, meaning somebody's going to get shafted, or somebody is currently being shafted, or somebody's carrying the heavier part of the load. Something's just not equitable financially in this relationship to me. I don't like it. Not me, like Bernadette doesn't like it. I'm just saying psychically, not so much. I hope that's helpful. Okay, you guys, I really want to stick around and answer everybody's questions, but I've got to go. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you. Please, 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 if you could see your way clear to subscribe to my channel, hit the notifications bell, like this video. I'm really trying to get to 10,000 subs here within the next few weeks, and I know that we can do it. We're so close. We're only a few hundred away, and just all of this stuff that I can do for you all and with you all once I get to 10,000 subs, it's crazy. It's just awesome. So please help. Also pick up your copy of the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck, and I will, I think that I'm far enough along now that I can promise I can start doing 2 lives a week again. So hopefully next week I'll be able to do 2 lives. And one of the things I am going to try to do, I'm usually toast by the evening time, but I've had so many of you guys beg me to start a live like around 7 and go 7 to 9. I really am going to try next week. Okay, is that right on point, Sule? Yeah. Okay, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Anything I can do to help. But yeah, don't let anybody hink you out in the finances. Okay, so I love you all very much. And what do I always say? Say it with me. Do good for animals, and including yourself, and stay wild. Take care, everybody.